Hey, my name's Jeremy Williams. I'm the broker owner at the Bannack Real Estate Group, and today I wanted to talk about market conditions. There's been a lot of talk. Are we in a boom market? Are we in a bust market? Pre-recession? What can we expect over the next couple of years? And so today I'm going to look at the key indicators that we're following and we've been analyzing for over 20 years so you can help make a better decision. All right, so there's several market indicators that we were watching and we've been studying for the last 20 years to help give us an idea where we're at and where we're going. So the first one that I look at is what we call absorption rate. Absorption rate is basically supply and demand. It calculates how many homes are in the market compared to the number of buyers. So according to the National Association of Realtors, a normal market would be 6 months of inventory, meaning if no other houses came on the market, it would take 6 months to sell out all the houses. If you're over 6 months, it'd be a buyer's market, and if you're under 6 months, it'd be considered a seller's market. So currently, we have 1.02 months of inventory, meaning I think we all know it's an extreme seller's market. I'm going to be looking for that over the end of the year into next year to slowly start raising up into a more normal market. But that is one of the key indicators that we're paying attention to of where we might be going. Next, we look at list the sales price. What do you list a house for compared to what does it sell for? In a normal real estate market, 97 to 98% would be a normal list the sales price, meaning if you list your house for $100,000, you would expect to get $97,000, $98,000 for it. Well, since June of 2020, we've actually been averaging 100% or more list the sales price. Currently, right now, we're at 105. So as inventory increases, we're going to look for that number to slowly decrease, get closer to 100%, or a little bit lower as a sign of the market, maybe making some changes. Last, days on market. Good homes in right price ranges are selling very quick. So if we start seeing the days on market extend, we're going to be paying attention to see how all those indicators come together of whether we're in a softening market or maybe there's something even more serious we need to pay attention to. So we look at these indicators and we try to get an idea where the market's going. Is it a boom or bust market? And there's several reasons why I feel this way, but I strongly feel like we're not in a bust market or a recessionary, pre-recessionary market. And a lot of that has to do with the supply and demand. So one of the things that we've noticed is how our new construction market influences supply and demand. Normally we'd have quite a few new construction houses on the market. It would give us more inventory. I mean, currently right now we're sitting at 128 available homes for sale, and those new homes would add on to that to give people more options. Right now, there's only 9 new construction houses being advertised, and what the reason for that is in 2020, normally towards the end of the year, a lot of the subdivisions would go for approval, and those developers would create lots for the builders to build on, and then by spring they'd be ready to go. Well, because of the delays last year, we head into the spring. The developers are just now getting started on the roads, sidewalks, creating lots for the builders to build on. It's really going to be between probably July and August before we start seeing that land be available. And then because of cost of construction, a lot of the builders don't want to sell their houses until they're framed up. So probably until about September, October, we're going to see that inventory start pushing into the market. And coming into next year and the year after, there's a lot of people doubling down on the market, which is going to give us more options. And I feel that's going to be healthy options. It's not going to oversupply our homes, but it's going to bring us back into what I'd consider an equal opportunity market. And what an equal opportunity market is, you sell your home for a great price, you have a couple options of where you want to buy, and it's a smooth transition from A to B. So why do I think this market's different? Well, come back to 2008, 2009, 2010, there was a major change that took away a lot of buyers out of our market, and that had to do with subprime loans and no documentation loans. I remember we'd have buyers that would walk into lenders' offices and they didn't really even need a job, they just needed a heartbeat, and they got a house. Well, a lot of those buyers, when the market changed just a little bit, ended up underwater. Well, the fundamentals are different. The buyers that are purchasing houses today are much more qualified and have much more staying power in their houses than they ever have before. So why do I feel like we're headed into an equal opportunity market and not a bust market? Well, in 2014, there was over 1,700 homes for sale in Missoula at any given time. Right now, single-family houses, there's only 54. We can add hundreds of homes of inventory through new construction and other means and be in a healthy market without making substantial changes or zero change to equity or values. So what are my recommendations? Well, if you're a buyer, I think now's a great time to buy. Interest rates are still low. It takes some work. You're going to want to get together with a real estate team that has designated buyer's agents that aren't working with too many buyers to make sure we go through the process and we get you the exact home you want. But there are great homes coming on the market. This year alone, there's been over 200 homes that have sold between $450,000 and down, and there's other homes in the price range. Now I know a lot of people say there's no inventory, but it's a move-in inventory, which means if there's only 128 houses on the market, they're coming off and on over and over and over again. So every day there's good houses coming on. We just have to be ready for them so we catch that opportunity before they come off the market. If you're a seller, ask yourself, are you in that house you want to be in for the next 5 years? Is your family dynamics going to change? Are you going to have a bigger family, smaller family, need some more acreage? Because if you're not in the house you want to be in for 5 to 10 years, now's a great time to change. Now, one of the questions I get is, if we sold our house, where would we go next? The good news is we've been studying and paying attention to the market for years. We have a lot of options that you may not have thought about to help make that transition. In closing, you actually have quite a few options, and we want to make sure that we're making the best decisions moving forward for you and your family. Please reach out if you have any questions. We have guides on if we sold our house, where to move next, with some really key points of ways to get from one place to another that you may not have thought about. We've been working with clients on investment opportunities that are probably little known about or people aren't really talking about, but great opportunities. So please reach out if you have any questions, any information that you're looking for, and thank you from the Bannack Real Estate Group.